Hello Spurs fans, it's Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all well. Hope you're having a happy new year. It's probably, maybe America's the last cab off the ranks with that, but they'll be catching up soon. I can assure you 2025 has started off brilliantly. You know, this arbitrary point in time that we mark off as starting another journey around the globe keeps on going. We all keep on going, man. Man alive, it's 25. And during my stream this morning, the channel hit a bit of a milestone, which you just saw there, 4,000 subs, which I'm pretty happy with. And thanks to everyone that's been watching, whether you've subbed or not, whether you've liked or not, it all feeds into the meat grinder that we call the YouTube algorithm. So every little helps. It's treacherous. I've gone off the beaten track again. And it's been a nice breakaway from Spurs. I wouldn't say I'm sort of Spurs overloaded at the moment, because we know what it was like last season when we didn't have you know, many games. It was like it felt like every team was playing every week, except little old Tottenham Hotspur. We didn't play like we were playing like once a month sometimes, and then there was international breaks for silly tournaments. But we're back. But it's been hectic, and it's going to be a hectic January, and I'm ready to get back into it. The team I've supported since 1976, and now it's given me a new lease of life. Has been a wonderful inspiration to get back into some sort of creative endeavour and do a YouTube channel. So I'm doing it my way, like I said yesterday, and so far so good. Maybe this is the peak. Maybe this is the start of the slow decline into obscurity. I don't care, man. I'm having fun, and I hope you're having fun watching it. That's what I'm trying to do. Ultimately, spread a bit of peace and love and a bit of a smile on people's faces about this wonderfully obscure thing that we call football, and how absurd it is that we can invest our emotions into something that we have no control over, no control whatsoever over, but yet we are there voicing our opinions, smiling our smiles, crying our tears. I don't know, maybe you do. I don't know if I've done that, but it might happen sooner or later. If we win a cup, that would be pretty cool, because football is for everyone. And I think football satisfies a tribal part of our brain in a fairly harmless way for most people. I think most people watch it and have a giggle, and I think the cool thing is that, especially like during the World Cup, you can see fans of a team from a country perhaps you've never even bloody heard of, or certainly never been to, and you see them cheering their team on and shouting and bawling the same way we do. Just goes to show you we're all the same on planet Earth. That's why football is such a powerful force for good. Now, there's been some rumours around. I think I've knocked their Aidan Terzic rumour on the head yesterday. Unreliable sources. Another one came across my desk. I don't know if you'd call it a desk. There's someone in the chat said it this morning that apparently we're going to sign 5 Italian players. 5 Italian players on loan. Hey man, I don't care if it's on loan or what. We need something to come in and thicken up the ranks. Apparently Don Paratici, or Paratici, or I asked an Italian person how to pronounce it, and they said either's fine. He's been seen lurking around the ground. Whoa! Camera fell off its stick. Will I edit that out? I don't know. Whoa! We might be able to get an action replay off this camera. He's been seen lurking around the grounds, and hey, you know what? I'll take that, because Johan Langer, I'm not that excited about really at the moment. And Scott Munn, so maybe we need the old steely hand of totally innocent Paratici, who, you know, when you look back, his probably recruitment record wasn't bad under tight circumstances, but we need players in, and we've got to forget about this net spend rubbish, because I know on paper it looks like Tottenham spend a lot of money, but when you buy a player for 55 million like Ndombele and sell him for nothing, that's a net spend of 55 million. That doesn't mean you've invested in the team, Mr. Levy. So, you know, let's get a bit wiser about this. And we've got an exciting January coming up, folks. Exciting January. Not 1, not 2, but 3 no, not even 3, but 4 competitions, which we're still alive in. Premier League, I looked at the table this morning. I'm never going to say we're not going to win it, but it is congested. And we're right near the likes of, even though we're 11th, we're right near the likes of Aston Villa and Brighton, which we're supposed to be lagging behind according to people. So there's a lot of teams that are doing it tough this year, a lot of teams that are doing it tough. But I'm looking forward to Newcastle. I think we've got a great chance of that, and I can't wait till we win that one, because then I will have the audacity to say we've never been beaten in 2025, 100% record. That's the way it goes, folks, that's the way it goes. And then soon after we've got FA Cup gubbins and League Cup gubbins and Europa League, and I'm going to enjoy the smorgasbord of not only competitions but stakes for some of those games. I tell you, Ange's job is definitely on the line, like Tamworth, but the others, just part of the grind. And I still remember a great season we had in 1981 when we finished 10th I think, or 11th, I think it's 10th, but we won the FA Cup in such dazzling style. And I know the FA Cup has lost a lot of its mystique for people compared to what it was. I mean, I used to watch the FA Cup even no matter who was in it, and watch all the build up and everything. And I don't think I've seen a World Cup, not a World Cup. I don't think I've watched an FA Cup since probably 2000 when the world ended, but we're just here hanging around. But we've made it through another way. Man alive, it's 25. There was more in 24. There's more in there's man alive in 25. But you know, I'm sure we'll get through it. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I've gone through my moment of despair, because I don't like bloody losing. Don't like losing. Never liked losing. Even when I, competed in various things, I hated it. But I love winning. And that's all it will take, I think, to put a lot of smiles on people's faces again. A good win against Newcastle. They've been on real good form. We haven't. But Newcastle, I think, usually have a wobble at White Hart Lane. A wobble that I'm sure that the mighty Tottenham Hotspur, by far the greatest football team the world has ever seen, will take massive advantage of, kick lumps out of them. Hopefully our players will, not dive around and roll around, because I don't like that. I know you're trying to play the referee, but it sends a signal to the opposition that we're weak. So when we're fouled, whether it's fair or a dive or whatever, just get up and get on with it. That puts doubt in the other team's head. Speaking of that, there's rumours that we might be getting Jack Grealish on a loan. I don't know what to make of that, really. Really, I've mainly seen him come on as a sub for England, and he's been pretty good. He hasn't really been getting much of a look in at Manchester City this year. But on the other hand, Manchester City have been pretty arse. So is it him or is it Manchester City? Is it Jack Grealish or is it Pep? I don't know. But we're starting to look, it's looking like we're going to start getting players back soon. Rumour has it, and it is just a spurious rumour perhaps, that Richarlison, Mikey Moore and Odegaard might be getting back on the pitch for training purposes. Probably take them a couple of weeks to get up to speed again. But it means that if we can get through January relatively unscathed, and I mean relatively because I still think we're going to get our backsides handed to us from time to time. I think that February, March, April, May are looking pretty good. So we're just going to get through this period. Stick with Ange. None of these rumours. There's no point in changing now. That would be ridiculous. It would completely knacker our season altogether. And then see if we can finish strong. And I think at the end of the season, that's the time where you say, how are we progressing, Spurs? Is it worth keeping Ange, or is it worth choosing something else? But I think we're going to keep with Ange, and I hope he's enjoyed his rest and comes back renewed, full of vim and vigour. He's been doing loads of press conferences. All the journos have been doing loads of press conferences, and I think they've just been a bit tuckered out. So hopefully they've had a bit of a nice break, and they'll come back, pens in hand, and Ange will be mic in hand, still looking down at the ground, which I don't care about, man, because people who think that that's weird, I think are weird themselves. But anyway, I hope you're all having a great. Thanks once again for the wonderful 4,000 subscribers to this channel. Will it go up to 5 or will it die in the arse? Only you can decide that by watching or not watching and losing interest. It's up to you, no obligation here. For now, I'll just say peace and love, man, peace and love, man, peace and love, and come on you Spurs.